Hi everyone. My name is Tanya Powers. I am also part of Denise's Weekend Challenge. I am on the red team and I am doing my live with my Young Living story. Um, I live in Pennsylvania. I'm about an hour north of Philadelphia in an area called the Lehigh Valley. I am part of Katie Bryant's and Anna Grimm's team. And I'm on the red team for this challenge. So, my Young Living story. My story started about this time last year. However, I didn't actually start with oils until probably last July. Hi, Jen. I was emotionally a wreck. One minute I was crying, the next minute I was laughing, the next minute I was ready to bite somebody's head off. And this went on for quite a while, and I had no idea what was going on. I actually didn't even realize, except for the crying part, that I was as irritable as I was. Until one day, I was in my kitchen. It was a Saturday. I have two boys. So at the time, they were 14 and 16, and I was yelling. And I called my son in, and he is probably the most calmest person in the world. Everything rolls off his back. Nobody bothers him. And he had tears in his eyes, and he looked at me and he said, "Mom, why are you always yelling at us? I can't take it anymore." And I lost it. I started bawling. I started crying. I'm like, I don't know why I'm crying all the time. I don't know why I'm so mean. Called everybody in the family into the kitchen. They probably thought I was even crazier than I normally am or was. And I really had no idea why I was such a mess. I work at a truck OEM, and things that, I've been working here for 20 years, and things that never bothered me, comments, whatever, I would come in my office and just start bawling. And I didn't know why. And then I don't remember how long it was going on for, but then one night I was sitting in my living room, and to stay compliant, I will say that I started to get very warm. And a little light bulb went off on my head, and I was thinking, wait a second, and this was last year. I'm like, I'm only 44 years old. I'm like, but I guess I'll make an appointment with my doctor. And I went, and she told me that very well I could be starting with hormonal issues. And I said, well, what can I do? I really wasn't expecting this till the stereotypical age of 50s. And she said, well, there's not really much you can do. You can buy stuff over the counter at the grocery store, but you're just going to kind of have to get through it like the rest of us. And I said, well, how long does it last? And she said, well, I started when I was 42. And I said, well, how old are you now? And she said, I'm 47. And for those that know me very well, sometimes the filter from my brain to my mouth is not on. And I was like, you've got to be me. I'm not gonna, there's no way I'm dealing with this. So I did, I came home and I started doing some of my own research. I am a green personality, and everybody always laughs about that too. So I have to research everything. I need to know the hows and all this other stuff. And I knew I did not want to take medication. I knew I did not want to take something over the counter. I knew by standing at the grocery store for a half an hour looking at the backs of all these boxes, I was like, this is nuts. So I actually started on my own looking into how I could do this homeopathically. And coincidentally, about maybe within 1 or 2 weeks of me realizing why I was so emotional and why I was so nuts, I was invited to an oils class. Lori Moore and Jen Mavinchek. Jen's on here. Hi, Jen. And Kira and Tara and Anna. Holy crap. Hi, guys. And I went. I really didn't know much about them other than, lavender smells really good. I didn't know that you could use them topically and internally and all that other stuff. So I went to the class, I listened, I learned, and I bought my kit that night. Jen had recommended when I was talking about the issues I was having, she recommended the book Taming the Dragon. So when I got home from the class, I ordered the book. The book came. I read it, I think, in a matter of a couple hours. And I called Lori and I said, how do I get on ER? So I had ordered the bottle of Progessence Plus, and I ordered Endoflex and a couple other oils. That was my first ER order. And my ER order came. I followed, what was recommended in Taming the Dragon. And for me, I kid you not, within 2 to 3 days, I was back to feeling like a normal person. That was my holy cow moment. And then I really, really started digging into my oils. I used them for everything. We all know the different ways that you can use them. I use them for cleaning. I use them topically. I love cooking with my oils. That is like one of my passions, is coming up with different recipes that I can, how can I use my oil for this and how can I use my oil for that? And one of the other things that I absolutely love to do with my oils is diffuse. Not everybody in my house is oily yet. Getting there. My one son uses them. Mike uses them, but I have one son who is very, very crusty. And so when I know he needs some extra support, whether it's emotionally, whether he's trying to focus, whether he's, what he's doing, I diffuse all the time. I know that even just by diffusing, my family is getting those benefits of the oils, whether they choose to use them the way I do or not. Eventually, I will win them over, or I will pull the I'm your mother and do what I say. Just kidding. So that was, I think I ordered my kit in July. I started sharing, and it was actually just a coincidence, and I'm sure as many of your stories go, I did not set out to do this and intend to do this as a business. I couldn't keep my mouth shut. I was sharing with everybody, and then all of a sudden people were like, how do I get one? So I gave them my member number, and that started my journey. I had my first class, I think, in end of August, beginning of September, and my team members and my upline were there to help and support me, and that started my journey as a business builder. So that was just last August, and I just hit executive last week. So share your oils. Everybody can benefit from them. I know sometimes I am just walking through the office and people will say, oh my God, you smell good. What is that? And there's my opening to share. I walked in to get my hair cut and colored 2 weeks ago, and Missy said, oh my God, you have essential oils on. And I said, yeah. We spent the whole time talking about oils, and she ended up getting a kit 2 days later. So it's about sharing. It's about your passion. It's about wanting to help people. That's what it is for me. I do this because I want to help people. I do this because I know that I have seen the benefits that it has brought to me personally, and it has brought to my family and even my animals. I diffuse specifically sometimes for how my animals are behaving. I do use them topically on them too. So everybody can benefit from using their oils in one way or another. I recommend that, just keep sharing, just keep spreading the love. Make sure that I know everybody loves their team members, and I cannot say enough about my team. We do so much together. We share classes, we share experiences, we share texts at midnight sometimes. We share our frustrations even. So your team is your family, and we're all here to support each other, even in this very, very large group, in Denise's group. And if there's anything that you picked up on in this live that you have questions on, or want to reach out to me and ask me personally how I dealt with something, please feel free to do so, because that's really what it's all about. All about. So that's my story in a nutshell. There's really not much more to it than that, other than I can't wait to keep sharing, and I can't wait to keep spreading this love of oils that I have, and I can't wait to keep seeing my team grow, because that means I'm helping people. Have a good day, everyone. I'm going to get back to my, go figure, I'm a green personality. I'm going to get back to my data analysis over here. And I will see y'all next time. Have a great day.